Okay, sir. Good afternoon to all, ma.
Good afternoon,
Good
madam.
afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Our respected AGO sir, Rajendra Kumar Reddy sir garu, good afternoon, sir. Our Colonel sir, Somsekhar sir garu, good afternoon, sir. Once again, my dear students, good afternoon to all, ma. Next chapter, animal tissues.
Tissue.
Class will not about these following topics: explanation of the connective tissue, types of connective tissue, explanation of the cartilage, explanation of the bone, explanation of the blood. These are all learned in previous class, ma. What are the types of connective tissue? What are the explanation of the cartilage, bone, and blood? These are all learned in previous class.
Yes, ma'am.
Today, I'm going to explain the following new topics: story of blood, types of blood cells, explanation of the RBC, red blood cells, explanation of the WBC, white blood cells, explanation of the explanation of the plasma. These are all today in this class, ma. Okay. Next, I am going to explain what is the story of the blood. See, ma, the blood is main circulating fluid in your human body. In your human body, the blood is mainly circulating fluid, ma. మన శరీరంలో రక్తము ఒక ద్రవము మాదిరిగా ప్రవహిస్తూ ఉంటుంది. The blood is the main circulating fluid in the human body. In this, the study of blood is called as hematology. The study of blood is called as hematology. The blood total, the study of called hematology. Okay. Next, the blood is a fluid connective tissue derived from the mesoderm. In the blood is called as one connective tissue, type of connective tissue. We know how many types of the tissues. In there, how many tissues are internally, how many there already learned in previous class also. In this class, what is the story of the blood? The blood is one kind of fluid connective tissue. Okay. Next, the bright red in color. We know blood is which color, ma?
Red color,
Red.
ma'am.
Red in color.
Red, ma'am.
Red
color, ma'am. Red color, madam.
Okay, good, ma. Red in color indicates in blood. The blood has a hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is a pigment is there, ma. The hemoglobin is there in blood. The blood is shows in the color is red in color.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
రక్తంలో హీమోగ్లోబిన్ అనేటువంటి వర్ణక పదార్థం ఉంది కాబట్టి మనకు బ్లడ్ అనేది రెడ్ కలర్ లో ఉంటుంది.
Red color, ma'am.
Okay. Next, the blood slightly alkaline, salty and heavier than water. Blood లో ఏమేమి ఉంటుందంట?
Color, ma'am.
That means alkaline అంటే బ్లడ్ కొద్దిగా సోటెస్ట్, సాల్టీ, ఉప్పగాను, వాటర్ కంటెంట్ అనేది ఎక్కువగా ఉంటుంది. It has the blood has a slightly alkaline, salty and heavier than water. Okay, ma?
Okay, ma'am.
The adult has 5 liters of blood which constitute about 8% of the
Total body.
in our body weight. That means in our body, it has the blood is weight, the grams is called 8% of 8 to 14 grams blood undali. The adult has the పెద్దవాళ్ళు అయితే minimum of 5 liters blood.
5 liters, ma'am.
5 liters of the blood which constitute of the 8% of the total body weight. పెద్దవాళ్ళంతా కూడా మనకు 5 లీటర్ల బ్లడ్ ఉండాలి. సాధారణంగా మనం గ్రామ్స్ లో చెప్పాలంటే 8 to 14 grams వరకు మనకు శరీరంలో బ్లడ్ పర్సంటేజ్ ఉండాలి. దిస్ ఇస్ ద నార్మల్ పర్సంటేజ్ ఆఫ్ ద బ్లడ్. ఓకే మా? Can you
Okay,
able to,
Okay,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
able to understand?
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you move to next slide?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Next, the mainly the blood has essential components are there. Ma. The mainly the bloods are essential components are there.
Essential.
What is the essential components? Red blood cells,
Red blood cells, white blood cells,
platelets,
and
plasma.
plasma, ma'am.
red blood cells, white blood cells, blood platelets, and plasma.
And
These are
plasma.
all main components of the blood. These are all main components of the blood. What are the
Blood.
main components of the blood? See, say all of you.
Red blood
Red
cells,
blood cells,
white
white blood cells, platelets,
and
plasma, ma'am.
plasma.
Okay. The blood has the main components of red blood cells, white blood cells, blood platelets, and plasma. These are all essential components of the blood. Can you able to understand, ma? Shall I move to
Yes,
next
ma'am.
slide? Shall I move to
Okay,
next
ma'am.
slide? Okay. Okay, ma. Where the blood cells located from there in their body? See, in the internal body, the blood located from red blood cells. See, ma, what is the shape of red blood cells? What is the shape of white blood cells? What is there in the plasma? Platelets. These are all located from in their body. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Next, see, already we eat in the food materials. All of you, every day you take the food materials, ma. But we get in energy. The energy it convert to blood, ma. You get in everyday food materials, but you get in energy. Energy it convert to blood. The blood has so many components are there. Various components are there. The components is called as red blood cells, white blood cells, blood platelets, and plasma.
Plasma, ma'am.
Okay, shall I move to next slide, ma? First of all, I give explanation of the plasma. Okay, ma. Plasma
Okay, ma'am.
is the fluid component of the blood and contains everything in the blood except the formed elements which for collection purpose have been centrifuged out. Ma. You know, plasma is a one kind of fluid compound. Plasma is one kind of fluid compound.
Compound.
Okay. The plasma it contains mostly water, electrolytes, hormones, proteins, dissolved gases, glucose.
Ma'am, somebody making noise, ma'am.
Ma, mute ourselves, ma. All of you mute ourselves. Okay, ma. Next, the plasma contains mostly water, electrolytes, hormones, proteins, dissolved gases, glucose, and other nutrients. These are all in there in plasma. Plasma contains water, electrolytes, hormones, proteins, dissolved gases, and glucose, and other nutrients, ma.
And other nutritions.
Okay, this all you see. All of you, the plasma is one kind of fluid tissue. This is also it has contents of plasma contains of water, electrolytes, hormones, proteins, dissolved gases, glucose, and other nutrients. Okay, ma? What is the main concept of the plasma?
Okay, ma'am.
Can you able to understand in the slide, ma?
Okay, ma'am. Understand, ma'am.
Most of the the blood, the most of 55% of plasma is there. Remaining percent is only blood cells, ma. The 55% of the plasma is there in blood, ma. Blood lo 50% plasma ఉంటుంది. Okay, this is water content also. That means water content ఎక్కువగా ఉంటుంది. It is fluid component of in their plasma in blood, and the plasma it contains of the water, electrons, hormones, proteins, dissolved gases, glucose. Plasma. These are all in contains in the plasma. Okay, ma'am. Can you able to understand? Shall I move to next slide?
Okay,
Yes,
ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Yes.
Already the blood cells all we know. See, ma'am, the blood components are there now. Plasma, platelets, white blood cells, red blood cells. I am going to explain the RBC, red blood cells, ma'am. This is also one kind of blood cells. Okay. RBC is called as, other name is called as erythrocytes. Erythrocytes or red blood cells, ma'am. Red blood cells ke maroka peru erythrocytes.
Erythrocytes.
Okay. Erythrocytes are also called as
Red blood
corpuscles or
corpuscles.
cells. Corpuscles or cells. Corpuscles anna, cells anna
Cells
okate.
ఒకటే.
Okay. Red blood cells, another name is called as erythrocytes. Okay. Next, erythrocytes or red blood cells, there are what is the shape of circular,
Biconvex, biconcave,
enucleated cells,
enucleated
or the shape of circular, biconcave, enucleated cells.
enucleated red blood
Okay.
cells.
Next, the red blood cell, the size is 7 micron meter. Red blood cell size is 7 micron
7
meter.
micron meter.
About the diameter and around the diameter is
2.5 micron
2.5
meter, ma'am.
2.5 micron meter. In thickness, ma'am.
దాని యొక్క మందము, దాని చుట్టూ ఉన్నటువంటి దాని యొక్క మందము, రెడ్ బ్లడ్ సెల్స్ అరౌండ్ ది డయామీటర్ ఇస్ కాల్డ్ ద థిక్నెస్ ఆఫ్ 2.5 micron. Red blood cells, the size is 7 micron meter. The red blood cells, the thickness of is called as 2.5 micron meter. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
can you able to understand, ma'am? Next, ma'am.
Okay.
The red blood cells are about 5.1 to 5.8 million RBC, red blood cells as per cubic millimeter. We know 5.1 to 5.8 millions of RBC luntai. What is RBC? Stands for
Red blood cells, ma'am.
Red blood cells.
Red blood cells. Another name is
Red
Erythrocytes.
blood.
erythrocytes.
Red blood.
Okay, ma'am. The adult male and the adult female, it is about the 4.3 to 5.2 million of red blood cells are there, ma'am. మన యొక్క శరీరంలో రెడ్ బ్లడ్ సెల్స్ ఎన్ని ఉంటాయి? హౌ మచ్ ఆఫ్ రెడ్ బ్లడ్ సెల్స్ దేర్ ఇన్ యువర్ బాడీ? దట్ ఈస్ 5.2 to 5.8 millions of the red blood cells are there. But females and males, the adult female and male, it has a 4.3 to 5.2 millions RBCs are there. Okay, can you able to understand, ma? Next,
Yes,
ma'am.
RBC.
Understand, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Red blood cells, RBC or red blood cells, the average lifespan is how much, ma'am?
120 days, ma'am.
120 days, ma'am.
120 days, ma'am.
Okay.
120 days, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. How much of lifespan in the average lifespan is RBC?
120 days, ma'am.
120 days, ma'am.
120 days, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. The average red blood cell lifespan is 120 days.
120 days.
120 days.
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
Yes,
Can you able to understand in this slide, ma'am? Shall I move to next slide?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Once again, I recall, ma'am. Erythrocytes are also is called as red blood corpuscles, and these are circular and biconcave enucleated cells also. The red blood cell size is 7 micron meter and diameter. The thickness of RBC is called as 2.5 micron meter. There is some the RBCs are about 5.1 to 5.8 million RBCs
7 micron.
millimeter, and adult male and female is called as 4.3 to 5.2 millions, and average lifespan is called as 120 days. These are all erythrocytes or RBC explanation. Okay, ma? Shall
Yes,
I move to
ma'am.
next slide?
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay,
The
ma'am.
next kind of blood cell is called as white blood cell, ma. Another kind of blood cell is called as white blood cell.
White blood cells.
White blood cells.
White, okay, ma. White blood cells is called as, another name is leukocytes. What is the another name, ma? Leukocytes.
Leukocytes.
Already
Leukocytes.
okay, ma. Red blood cells, another name is
Erythrocytes.
erythrocytes. Okay, very good.
Leukocytes, ma'am.
Red blood cells, another name is erythrocytes, ma. White blood cells, another name is leukocytes.
Sites.
Leukocytes.
Red blood cells, the color in red in color, ma. Red blood cells color is red in color.
Red in color, ma'am.
Okay. Next, white blood cells, they're all colorless, ma. White blood cells are colorless.
Ma'am, some disturbance, ma'am.
Sunday disturbance, ma'am. Mute ourselves, please, ma. Mute ourselves, all of you. Okay. Next, the white blood cells are colorless, ma. White blood cell colorless cells are there, ma. Okay. Next, compared to RBC, the white blood cells longer, ma. RBC తో పోల్చుకుంటే WBC పెద్దదిగా ఉంటుంది. Much longer than red blood cells. Okay. Next, 1 cubic millimeter of blood contains 7,000 to 8,000 WBC is called as white blood cells. 1 cubic millimeter, the blood contains 7,000 to 8,000. వీటిలో ఒక క్యూబిక్ మిల్లీమీటర్ కి ఎన్ని వైట్ బ్లడ్ సెల్స్ ఉంటాయంటే 7,000 to 8,000 white blood cells are there in your blood, ma. The blood contains blood lo how much of white blood cells are there? 7,000 to
7,000 to 8,000 white blood cells, ma'am.
Okay. Next, the white blood cells formed in bone marrow, emuka majja. That means the white blood cells formed in bone marrow. Okay, ma. Their lifespan, that means white blood cells, the lifespan depends on their body needs. So they have lifespan of months or even years. అది నెలల పాటు, కొన్ని నెలలు అవ్వచ్చు, కొన్ని సంవత్సరాలు కావచ్చు. That is not in the particular lifespan, not said to the white blood cells, ma. Okay. How why don't say to the particular number of the white cells lifespan? Say the white blood cells also it fight us, ma. It fight us. Already I explained in the upcoming slides also, ma. Next, once again I recall the white blood cells is called as leukocytes. The another name is leukocytes. The white blood cells are colorless substances, and compared to the red blood cells, the white blood cells longer. The white blood cells 1 cubic millimeter. The blood contains how much, ma? 7,000 to
7,000 to 8,000. 8,000.
Okay. Next, the white blood cells it formed in the bone marrow. Okay. The white blood cells, the lifespan is some like this months or even years. Not in a particular days and months. Don't say like that. No. Okay. Can you able to understand
Okay,
this
ma'am.
slide, ma?
Yes, ma'am.
Understand, ma'am.
Shall I move to next slide, ma?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Move to next slide. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
See, ma. What is,
Okay, ma'am.
white blood cells also it form in bone marrow. You know, see, this is the bone marrow picture, ma. The bone marrow, all blood cells it produced, ma. Inside of the bone marrow, it produced all blood cells. See, red blood cells, plasma, white blood cells, kinds of white blood cells are there, ma. Monocytes, neutrophils, basophils, lymphocytes, eosinophils. These are all kinds of the white blood cells. Okay, these are all the picture of the
Okay, ma'am.
bone marrow picture. Every cell, every blood cell, it produces bone marrow. Already components is red blood cells, white blood cells, red platelets, plasma,
ma'am.
all produce
Yes, ma'am.
bone marrow. This picture of bone marrow.
Bone marrow.
Okay, ma? Shall
Okay,
we go to
ma'am.
next
Okay,
slide?
ma'am.
Next slide. Okay. See, ma,
Okay, ma'am.
the white blood also again two categories. Ma'am, mute ourselves. Ma, disturbance is there, ma'am. Mute ourselves, all of you. Okay, ma'am. The white blood cells of kind two categories, two types are there, ma'am. Okay. The white blood cells again two types. What are they? Granulocytes and agranulocytes. White blood cells again how many types are there, ma'am? Two
Two
types.
types, ma'am.
Two types, ma'am.
Granulocytes,
ma'am.
Agranulocytes.
granulocytes,
Agranulocytes.
okay, granulocytes, agranulocytes. Okay, ma. See, ma, in this slide, granulocytes again three types, ma. Don't confusion, ma. Keep on your mind. Please, all of you see in this slide. What is the classification of the white blood cells? The white blood cell mainly two categories, that means two types, granulocytes and agranulocytes. Granulocytes, again three types are there. What are the three types? Neutrophils, eosinophils, basophils. Neutrophils,
Basophils.
eosinophils,
Eosinophils,
These
basophils.
are all types of granulocytes.
Granulocytes.
Okay. Granulocyte type of white blood cells. Okay. Granulocytes is called as one type of white blood cells. This neutrophils, eosinophils, basophils, these are all types of granulocytes. Okay, ma, can you able to understand? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Agranulocytes also again two types are there, ma. Monocytes and lymphocytes.
Lymphocytes.
How many types are there? Agranulocytes, monocytes,
Two
and
types, ma'am.
Lymphocytes.
Let's say, ma'am.
Don't confusion, ma. Okay. Listen, all of you. White blood cells divided in two types: granulocytes and agranulocytes. Granulocytes again three types are there: neutrophils, eosinophils, basophils. And agranulocytes again two types are there: monocyte and lymphocytes. Okay, ma? Can you able to understand in this slide?
Okay, ma'am. Understand, ma'am.
Okay, ma. How many types of white blood cells are there, ma?
Two types.
Two types, ma'am.
Two types, ma'am.
Okay, ma. Very good. Okay, ma. What are they? Granulocytes and
Granulocytes and
Agranulocytes.
Okay, ma. Granulocytes, how many types are there?
Three types.
Types, ma'am.
Three types.
What are they?
Three types, madam.
Neutrophil,
Neutrophil, basophil.
Don't say. Ma, don't say. Wait. Don't say, ma, all of you. Okay. Only one body say, ma, please. Any disturbance? So much of the disturbance are there, ma. Okay. Next, ma. Agranulocytes, how many types are there?
two
Two
types,
types,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, ma. Okay, I will ask Nandini. Nandini ask, ma. Nandini only say how many agranulocytes how many are there, ma? How many types are there, ma? Agranulocytes.
Two types, ma'am.
What are they? Monocytes and lymphocytes. Okay. Can you able to understand in this slide, ma?
Yes, ma'am.
Understand, ma'am.
Shall I move to next slide?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma. I am going to explanation of the eosinophil, ma. These are all kind of granulocytes, ma'am. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Eosinophils is one kind of granulocytes. Okay. See, ma'am, all eosinophils are inside of the WBC. ఇది వైట్ బ్లడ్ సెల్స్ లో ఉంటాయి మా. గ్రానులోసైట్స్ అయినా ఏ గ్రానులోసైట్స్ అయినా కూడా టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ వైట్ బ్లడ్ సెల్స్ మా. ఈ ఈస్నోఫిల్ కూడా వన్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ వైట్ బ్లడ్ సెల్ కాబట్టి ఈస్నోఫిల్ ఓన్లీ 2.4% మాత్రమే వైట్ బ్లడ్ సెల్స్ లో ఉంటుంది. How much ma? 2 to 4% of there in the eosinophils in the WBC.
The white blood cells.
Cells, ma'am.
White blood cells.
Bilobed nucleus ma. ఇక్కడ న్యూక్లియస్ అనేది రెండుగా ఉంటాయి. బై అంటే 2. Bilobed nucleus ma. Inside eosinophils are there in the bilobed nucleus. And next the recruited two sides of the inflammation ma. Okay, ఇక్కడ రెండు విధాలుగా ఇది ఏం చేస్తుందంటే it is that means the sites of inflammation. Next, what is the main functioning of the eosinophils is there? Involved in allergy, parasitic infections. We know ma, already some affected from the allergy, asthma, eosinophils, there's some breathing problem. In the facing the allergy ma. Yeah, you know, surrounding some dust particles that attack from this anybody, that is it. That means I am allergy. Naku dust allergy undi. I feel some breathing problem. Is eosinophilia. That is the disease's name is eosinophilia. That means the breathing levels also that infected ma. Okay, that means that say like that the infected of the infections in located from the eosinophilia. మాత్రమే లోకల్ కంట్రోల్ చేస్తుంది. ఈస్నోఫిల్స్ అనేది అలర్జీ, ఇచ్చింగ్, సమ్ బ్రీతింగ్ ప్రాబ్లమ్, సమ్ యువర్ బాడీ కండిషన్ ఆల్సో.
మ్యామ్ మీ వాయిస్ క్లియర్ గానే లేదు మ్యామ్.
ఇప్పుడు మా ఇప్పుడు
క్లియర్ మ్యామ్. ఇప్పుడు ఉంది మ్యామ్.
ఓకే ఓకే. The main functioning eosinophil is involved in allergic and parasitic functions also. We know ma, eosinophilic granules are there. Okay. Next, what is the major basic protein is there ma? It is terminally differentiated between the other kinds of white blood cells. Okay. The eosinophils one kind of white blood cell. These are also bilobed nucleus. It's the shape of bilobed nucleus. It has a 2 to 4% of white blood cells is there in the eosinophils. And next, the main functioning is involved in allergy and parasitic infection. These are controlled by the eosinophils. Okay, ma?
Okay, ma'am.
Understanding this slide, ma? Shall I move to next slide?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Next, another kind of white blood cells or is there granulocyte is called as neutrophils. ఇది granulocyte. Granulocytes లో ఒక type. ఏది neutrophils also. Already granulocytes 3 types, you know. Granulocytes how many types?
3 types, ma'am.
3 types, ma'am.
Eosinophils, neutrophils, basophils.
Neutrophils.
Eosinophils over, ma'am.
Basophils.
Eosinophils, the main function is controlled by the allergy and parasitic infections, ma. Inside allergy and parasitic infections. Allergy and parasitic infections.
Ma'am.
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 Madam.
Ma'am. Ma'am. Ma'am.
Guru.
Ma'am.
మేడం మీరు మ్యూట్ లో ఉన్నారా మ్యామ్? మేడం మ్యూట్ లో ఉన్నారా మేడం?
Ma'am.
మేడం మీరు ఎగ్జిట్ అయిపోయినారు మేడం.
మీరు మ్యూట్ లో ఉన్నారు మేడం.
ఎవరు లేట్ గా జాయిన్ అయ్యారు.
మ్యామ్ మీరు మ్యూట్ లో ఉన్నారు మ్యామ్.
ఎగ్జిట్ కూడా అయిపోయినారు మ్యామ్ మీరు.
మ్యామ్ మ్యామ్ మీరు మ్యూట్ లో ఉన్నారు మ్యామ్.
ఎగ్జిట్ అయిపోయినారు మేడం మీరు.
మేడం
మేడం ఎగ్జిట్ అయిపోయినారు మేడం మీరు.
మ్యామ్
మేడం
Ma'am.
మ్యామ్
Ma'am. Ma'am. Madam.
సార్ మేడం ఎగ్జిట్ అయిపోయారు సార్. ఏమమ్మా
మేడం మీరు ఎగ్జిట్ అయిపోయినారు. మేడమే లేరే.
మ్యామ్ ఎక్కువ చేసావా
లైన్ లో రండి మేడం. క్లోజ్ చేసి జాయిన్ మీటింగ్ లేకపోతే వదిలేసి అడిగితే వదిలేయండి. 3 నిమిషాలు ఉందండి.
ఓకే మ్యామ్.
ఓకే మ్యామ్.
సార్ అది అక్కడికి కట్ చేసేయండి సార్.
ఓకే మేడం.
రికార్డ్ అయిందా?